Hey everybody, just waiting for the server to come back on. It's probably, let me test it. We'll test and see, we'll find out. It should be good to go here in a second. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if it's connected or not. Bear with us here. Okay, looks like the server might be up, and let's double check to see what's going on with the gameplay. Ah, see, snuck in on me, Ant. Just bear with me for a second here. We should have the screen pulled up eventually. That might have done it. I haven't been able to even. I've had a couple viewers pop in and out, and I haven't had anyone complain about sound quality. There we go, the sound quality or whatever. So we'll just take it as it is. It looks like the screen has popped back on. I just got back from the server had a restart, so I took that time to get the computer and everything restarted and reset the stream, that kind of thing. Wow, look at that elemental. That's awesome. Yeah, today we've been just trying to push to level 70. Trying to figure out ways to make some gold too, and not having much luck at it, but we'll just keep pushing. Queue times are kind of slow, and the screen's broke again. They keep every other time. Before the restart, the user interface was just perfect looking. And it looks like recount is still down too. I was interested in seeing how much damage I was doing. So what you been up to today, Ant? Do you think you're going to stream sometime today? Oh, that's right. That's one thing I was looking at. This guy's gone full blown caster now, I think. So I was going to get rid of some the rogue abilities. Oh, you've been doing some walking. Well, that's interesting. Is there any like local parks near you or trails that you do, or is it the stuff around the city? That's cool. I used to back when back when Pokemon Go was like the hottest thing in the world. I walked my ass off playing that. When it first came out, I lived at the time I lived in this real podunk country place, so it was rough. It was we did a lot of our Pokemon stuff in cars, but I in the new city that I moved to, back it was actually moved back to my hometown. Uh, I'm real close to the downtown area, so it's easiest to get and just walk the blocks down there. And I must have walked 100 miles. It's been 2 years since I have done anything like that, though, which is a shame because it was fun. There was a halfway house though that was set up downtown, and that brought out a bunch of weirdos like begging for money and stuff, and I didn't feel super safe because I would do it by myself, and there's no curfew, so I was out there, at midnight sometimes. So when you see other people walking around at midnight, I'm sure they see the same thing, when they see me walking around, but I just don't want to take that kind of chance anymore. Just have to guess where that button's at. Let me reload. It's funny too because I got a brand new phone and it could play that game so much better, but I stopped walking pretty much the same time I got the new phone, so I might have used the new phone to do Pokemon like once or twice, if that. Okay, so reloading the interface will fix that. Okay. Hmm. I just switched to this no risk PvE and I thought I was already there. Weird. Oh, I'm doing some flight sims. That's cool. I was I was kind of thinking about getting. It's on sale this week. I don't know if it's still on sale, but there's a game called Elite Dangerous, where it's like flying. You get spaceships. You fly through space. You land on planets. You harvest materials. You can do stuff like that. It's like No Man's Sky, I guess you could call it, but it came out before it. And the flying looked really awesome. You have to manage your, you know, energy and your shield generation versus weapons and engine and stuff like that. And it was only like $8 or something like that. I was really wanting to try it, but I decided to pass because I've got so many games already that I haven't played. But one of the reasons why I was wanting to get it is because I was wanting to use like the in-game footage to like for like the space trucker theme stuff. Like when I do a podcast or something like that, there could be some space animations and spaceships in the background. Um, but I think but I changed my mind. But one thing I couldn't confirm or deny if that Elite Dangerous game had multi-person passenger ships. Like, is it all one-person fighters, or can you get a larger ship? Because it would be nice to have that Han Solo, Millennium Falcon, slash Guardians of the Galaxy fantasy. Where it's just, look like smugglers and pirates and tradesmen and stuff like that. Where you're not always in dogfights and fighting everybody. You've got a big ship and you're there's tons of shows that are like that. Like Firefly, for instance. That kind of that's the kind of spaceship stuff that I want to do. And there was no confirmation that you could use multi-person. And I could have probably Googled it better, but I decided, on top of not knowing the answer to that, plus having so much more to do anyway, I figured I'd just let it ride. And plus, too, like I do want some like exterior spaceship shots for the channel, and I think I'm just gonna go like underground for it. Like I'm just gonna build my own props, so it'll look like like Mystery Science Theater type of low budget B movie. Flying saucers that you can see the strings on. That kind of outlaw type filming. I think I'm gonna go that route instead. I think I'll enjoy that more. And plus, that's part of my hobby. Like I do a lot of painting. I love dioramas and miniatures and stuff like that. So it's just right up my alley just to go that route and build my own physical little spaceship. So we'll probably just go that route instead. Yeah, I've been thinking about it and trying to figure out what kind of little spaceship to build, and I need the parts for it, and all the little greebles and little wires and gears and stuff like that to make it look funky. I think the front end of it's going to look like a truck though, like a semi truck. So we'll have to figure it out. I created a little contest on Instagram to see if people would be interested in this like drawing stuff, so I could use that like as a slideshow or something during the podcast. I haven't got anything back yet, but it's still early. I even thought of going into something like Tinkercad and 3D, making a 3D ship, but just because I can make a rough 3D shape out of a bunch of different, I can put two squares together to make an L, but to texture it and figure out how to incorporate that into like movie, like video or a background. Nah, that's not part of the jam. I'm not going to do all that. It did look like Tinkercad was going to be a nice program to use it, but that's just a whole new skill set to learn. So I'm just going to pass on that. All right, 67. Here we go. Three more levels and we get 70, then I'll start working on actually getting the gear that I need. Well, this tank looks proficient enough to carry us to the promised land, so we'll just see what happens, even though he looks like he might be asleep.
Hold them back while I release the warhounds.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. Yeah, you're gonna have to. I would say I want to see that. So Maybe you can stream it sometime soon. I don't know if I read that correctly, but does it look like you're building a model train set, or is it like real life that you're just making hills and planting trees and stuff like that, or does it have like that model train aesthetic to it? Yeah, I agree. Oh, it's a model train one. Yeah, I want to see it. That sounds cool. I had a guy. I used to one of my what would you call him? One of my clients was really into trains, model trains, like the equivalent of I don't know if you the equivalent of like a horse girl. These mad obsessed people, and he was obsessed with model trains. Yeah, cartoony simple art style. That sounds right up my alley. But yeah, dude was obsessed with trains. He had like this garage that would have been a huge, 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 huge train set, and he wanted someone to help him put it together. And he was one of those people that just keep asking and asking and asking for stuff. So try to be nice at the beginning, and then I saw what kind of work that would go into it. Like I don't know, it's like he bought it from someone else, and just they ripped out the panels from wherever it was at, so it would need to be rewired, and to wire up something as big as he had, it would have taken forever. Especially since you didn't know how the dude originally had it wired. Just to go into it, it was crazy. And I don't think he had any trains. He might have had a box of trains, but are they the same scale? You know, who knows?
This may hurt.
Oh, we're in trouble. Where's my dragon? Man, they must. I don't know if they're scaling his hit points or not. He's got tons of hit points right now. It's not gonna work. Okay, let's throw this at him. This life tapping down to get me some more mana here. Okay, let's start the rotation again. I'm dumping tons of dots on him. Got a good healer too, keeping us up. don't know why I'm not getting damage numbers for the Seed of Corruption. That's weird. He's dead. Don't matter anyway. See ya. So pass on that. Let's see. Let me take a look here. Yeah, the scale of miniatures that I work with is like the Warhammer 40k stuff, and I don't know if you know anything about it, but it's 28 millimeter. So that's from the bottom of their feet to their eyeballs is 28 millimeters, and the humans are usually scaled at that, and then there's bigger monsters and stuff. And I can't get a clear answer, but in the world of model trains, it's supposed to be O scale. Some people say N scale, but most people that I've seen say O scale. So you can buy stuff that's in scale with all the Space Marines and all the other monsters with train sets. I thought that was kind of interesting. So you can buy like a shop or a storefront and then dirty it up or make it look like it's been in a war zone or something like that, and it might get out kind of cheap on it. Yeah, they're tiny. They're tiny. Yeah, I used to play the game where it's like it's a battlefield and you move around the little dudes, but um, I just collect the miniatures and study the lore and stuff nowadays. Would be kind of neat, like that Han Solo movie where it's like a train heist. Imagine like playing a game with little miniatures on top of a real model train. That'd be cool. Yeah, like a train heist. Yeah, but any of those buildings, like they make cars in O scale and gas stations and drugstores. I mean, anything you can think of, they've got it for that scale. So that'd be pretty cool. I was so like I mentioned a couple days ago, like this server is weird because you can just pick your own abilities. You don't have to be stuck doing nothing but one class, one job, or whatever. And I was doing a PvP battleground earlier, and it was like it's a Rathi basin, so you have to control points like the lumber mill and the mine and the blacksmith and the farm, that kind of thing. You have to capture it and keep it protected, or the other team will come and claim it, drop their flag on it. And I noticed that the lumber mill went down and it was controlled by the enemy, so I went up there to see what was going on. And when I got up there, there was one of our players, one of the dudes on our side, and an enemy player, and they were sitting down on the ground together. And the cool thing about this server is that you can talk to other people. Like most of the time in live Warcraft, you can't talk to the opposing faction. It just comes out as gibberish. So they were just sitting there hanging out, and I started to attack the enemy, and they're like, excuse me, sir, do you mind? I'm like, what? What's going on? And it was weird because I unloaded everything I could into this player, and they did not take a lick of damage. My first, I was like, are they cheating? Are they hacking or something like that? But in reality, they might have just been like, they might have just found the perfect build, because I was dumping trucks on them. I was throwing everything at them, and it wasn't doing anything to them. It was weird, but that's the kind of potential to see, like people mini maxing out characters or whatever, and making some crazy ass builds. I should have talked to them and see what was going on. I mean, I guess if they're hacking, they're not going to say they are, but I doubt it. I doubt they were. And I don't even know if that's a thing. I mean, it's a real thing on the live servers, like with the classic vanilla servers. There used to be those hackers, so this is closer to vanilla than the live version. So who knows? Okay, I need to get some mana up. Getting ready to fight that boss. I'm sure these dudes can take care of these two little piddly dudes. Hopefully that's enough. Okay, full mana. Now we'll fight this loser. Anytime. Okay, getting low on mana here, but it's okay. Just gonna ignore that guy trying to eat my shoes. Okay, got redotted here. Oh, that didn't work. A bucket of heals coming off here. Buffs are gone. Debuffs, rather. Need some more mana. Alright, knocked him out. Hammer is a Warhammer. Heartfire Warhammer. Pretty cool looking. Two-handed. It's got... Should I need it? Spell power? Yeah, let's need it. Let's see if we get lucky. Let's see if we get lucky with it. And we won it. Good deal. Give us a little more regen. Some more spell power. Intelligence-based hammer. Not too bad. Like I said, I want to slide all the way into caster probably. Get rid of this rogue stuff. Stanky. Mr. DJ, how does it go, my friend? I hope everything's good with you and yours. Okay, need some more mana here for this boss. Okay, we're gonna dot him up. I don't want this group to ever end. This healer is so awesome. Fuck. Uh-oh. Must have been doing something good to get that boss's attention. So everything's going good. Looks like he just, yeah. Work sucks. That blows. Gotta feed the monkey though. I'm just gonna stay feared forever. How about that? Now is the boss dead? Okay, now we gotta fight the dragon. This right here, DJ's a private server called Project Ascension. So it's not the live server. It's like a total custom one. It's got a bunch of different rules and everything. Oh, you work days now? Having to wake up in the morning's just as bad. Alright. That chest will spawn here in a second. There it is. What do we got? Oh. Still nice, but it's all you do now. Yep. They, you know, whoever it is, the powers that be, promise, well, not promise, but it's like, just, the American dream is supposed to be more than just working. When are you supposed to have time to take advantage of the money that you make? It just all goes in the bills and then you're done, and it's like the next day is the same old thing. It's hard to make time. Hard to make time for yourself. Oops. Definitely hard to make time for yourself. Yeah, it can definitely be overwhelming for sure. Especially, shoot, here recently I've been just staying on Twitter for too long, and that place it is a cesspool. I think it's probably good and bad. I think it's going to get better here soon. It's already starting to get better, but if you just want to get depressed and see how bad the world is, just go to Twitter, because it's hard to find. The good news is usually so campy, and there's only so many here. I don't want to make any enemies, but there's only so many cat videos that you can watch. You know, but if you want to watch bombings here or groomers there, then you can find them. I mean, maybe not literally, but you can definitely see news about them. Trafficking and wars with other countries, and every election's one closer to midnight. So, but if you don't watch it, if you don't watch Twitter, that stuff just disappears. It's like if you don't load it up, you just go about your business. So that's one thing I guess everyone's forgot, is how to turn off the TV and walk away for a while. Where is a Book of Ascension? I need one. What is this? Oh. Oh, there might be one up here. There it is. If someone has one. Yeah. That's what TikTok's there for. I've been meaning to dig a little deeper on TikTok just for this, because the few videos that I've put on there are just like just little clips of videos that I had already made, and I've had some really big hits. I mean, not big hits, like 600 here, 600 there views. I'm like, wow. That's with no promotion or not knowing anybody attached to the platform or anything. It's something I really need to do. Get some clips and stuff made from my streams and put them on there and see what happens. They say that what you should do is, you stream on, because Twitch doesn't have the best algorithms to promote anybody. It's just the way it is for whatever reason. Yeah. And they say to do your streaming on Twitch and or YouTube, but then you use TikTok and YouTube for clips, because like you're not going to be able to send someone watching a video on TikTok is not going to go straight to Twitch. They're doing TikTok, but there's a better chance that for whatever reason that if you link your clips to your quote unquote clip channel and they want to see more clips of you, they'll go to YouTube, and then from YouTube you promote your streaming. So I've heard that from multiple people that's a way to go. It's just it's a lot of work. A lot of work to get all that stuff put together. It's hard enough sometimes to jump on the computer, much less do all the other stuff. Okay, so we're queued up for a dungeon, and we're queued up for PvP again. So we'll just kind of hang out here. Like I said, really? Streamers got banned on Facebook for playing FIFA content. Wow. No, it's okay, Ant. You go. You do you, boo. Yeah. Well, that FIFA stuff is crazy. I could see why people was wanting to protest it. I'm surprised that Facebook decided to pick a side on that, because soccer is a lot of money. That's a lot of Coca-Cola money. It's a lot of Pepsi money. It's a lot of Under Armour money. Ad revenue. So that's interesting. I mean, I guess it's cool. No, it's not. I was trying to think. It's cool that they took a stand on it, but that's not their job. Some guy. Okay. Did you say they were being banned or suspended? I can't remember what you just said. Either way, I mean, it sucks. Huh. Like, these platforms should not be able to silence people. They're not publishers, or women. They're publishers, but not. No, what are they? How's the saying go? It's a platform, and we're the publisher. Well, no, they can't write editorials. Yeah, they can. They're publishers, but not editorials, dudes. They can't go and edit. We supply the content to their service, so other people can watch it. They shouldn't be in the business of editing the flow. Oh, that's right. I was gonna see if I can get to Area 52. Heck, what is it? Rumble? They have increased their viewer counts across the board here lately, especially in the mornings, because that there's a popular news podcast guy. He has a show called Louder with Crowder, and he gets banned or suspended from YouTube like constantly for just, I guess, saying the wrong thing to the wrong person or whatever. And he's moved a lot of people over to Rumble because of it. because I mean, like they don't care. They got the views and they've got enough. They don't. I don't know exactly how they do it. I don't think they have like commercials with like products. It's all like sponsored or by the viewers maybe. I don't know for sure. So they're not tied down by what the they're not tied down by what the commercial dudes what the ad revenue like if Coca-Cola, I mean fuck Coca-Cola, you say whatever you want to say. Yeah, we're gonna ride up to Area 52 while we're waiting for these queues because I've got some PvP honor that I think you can buy gear with. So we'll take a look at that. So what has everyone got plans for dinner tonight?
Open your heart to the light. Be well.
Because I'm getting hungry. And your ideas would be welcome. I think I'm going to do some Totino pizzas tonight. Or, there we go, here's a dungeon. Some beef and noodles or something like that would be nice too. I've got these new plates I want to try out. Oh, okay. So you're gonna. So you still got to work today, and you're gonna take a nap before you go in there. Who did someone sent one of our regulars that were on Free World or whatever sent me a message to join a different server, and when I jumped in their Discord server, they wanted me to fill out like an application because it's all whitelisted and stuff, and I was there for like 8 hours and then just left the server. I don't even have 5M or Grand Theft Auto installed right now. It's not going to happen. But I tried to be nice and at least join their server. But since no one sent me a message or anything, it was just like probably one of those bulk invites. Yeah, exactly. I was like, psych! Get the fuck out. It's like, no, we're not doing this again. I'm not going to have someone start asking me questions or anything like that either. I mean, it's probably changed so much now. I'd have to start over again anyway, but it's not going to happen. I do still go to like the 5M, one of those websites that show like the new add-ons and stuff, mods and the like, just to see if there's been any massive new innovation to any of the systems. And nope, same old crap. I don't see anything in there that was new. This, reskins and here's a new driver's thing, and it's just like the same, identity, except with a new coat of paint on it. I'm like, come on, there's no point. I didn't see any new new maps. Like no new updated Liberty cities or no custom maps like that. Nothing new. I'm willing to bet that, and I haven't even watched streamers that play 5M, but I bet you that that dictates the kind of content that people develop too. So if these popular streamers have like dialed back the add-ons, then that would slow down the the whole innovation thing too. Who knows? Like I said, I've been out of it for so long. It's foreign to me. The streamers that I used to watch that did it on a regular basis don't even stream it really much. I can't remember. Heck, I don't want to say his name or whatever, but there was one that stopped playing, and he would only jump on, and he was popular. Every time I watched it, he was always getting subscriptions and bits and everything, and he stopped playing. He would only come on once a month or something, and it gave me the impression the only reason why he was on is so he can get enough money to pay the rent. It wasn't something that he was active on. It was just something that he would just be on long enough to get his paycheck. I'm like, well, that's not cool. That puts a bad taste in probably everyone's mouth. Oh yeah, okay. That Mile High Club. You're talking. Is that building that's across from the car lot, the car dealership that's been like, you know, not built for, the 6 years or whatever, for as long as Los Santos has been around or whatever. Is that the high rise building that they were working on? Yeah, man. So did they finish that? Yeah, if you can, uh, I'm pretty sure that you can post a link, Ant, if you have if you know like of a website or a place that describes it. It was supposed to be like this huge, like totally fleshed out, giant high rise, with tons of content inside of it. I bet. I mean, you could have a server dedicated to just RP in that building. I would think. Yeah, but feel free to put a link down if you know a location of that, so DJ can look at it. Oh, okay. So there's two different versions of it, an interior and exterior. That's cool. Yeah, well, I mean the exterior wouldn't be that bad by itself either. It's been a while since I've seen something that was impressive. It has been a while. Can you resell those? Someone's already needed it. Screw it. I'll roll need to. I haven't seen any like new car tech or anything like that. I'm really sitting here trying to think if I've seen anything that was like enough to like get me interested enough to consider downloading it again. I mean, but I haven't seen anything. Uh oh. An interior for the clucking bell and Rockford. Yes. I didn't mean to get loud. I remember. I think you sent me a screenshot of that one. the Cluck and Bell. They're right there in the middle of that the big mall. Yep, 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 yep. Yep, you sure did. I remember that. Yeah, screenshots. Yeah, you can throw them down in that clip section or whatever. Nightbot doesn't like that? What? Ah, shit. Well, I just posted on, just put it in the Discord and I'll fix Nightbot to add, to let us put links. Yeah, Nightbot's a piece of shit. Yeah, I'll get that squared away. I've been on my friend's Twitch, the Tropical Wolf. I actually went through there and I just removed Nightbot because it was, for some reason, the settings, it was just so strict. You couldn't do anything. It didn't help that we have a dude named Midlife that spams like crazy, but like in a fun way. I mean, I think it's fun. But we had I just removed it, like just kicked and banned the Nightbot, and said I'll figure out how to fix it later. But I do need to go back through here and worry about my stuff too. Okay, we're just rocking and rolling. We've got another boss coming up soon. Got a lot of mobs to fight before then, though. These little gates here open up and the bad guys come out of it. And yes, they are bad guys. There's no tragic story. Well, there probably is, but they're just bad. They're bad for bad sake. We don't have to worry about their backstory. Okay, yeah, the 5M chat on Discord, it sounds great. That way we can take a look at it. DJ, when you get a chance, go ahead and check it out. It's been a long time since I've seen anything about it. I'm gonna have to get some. Okay, got my mana back now. So someone should pull the switch. Yep, they did. Here they come. Someone's got that horse as a pet. It's so awesome. Uh-oh, more baddies. I'm trying to be conservative on my mana because right after the last wave shows up, the boss comes out. Okay, we got full mana, and here he comes. We'll dot him up. It's a bunch of dots. Oh, he didn't like that, did he? Oh, their channel? Okay, that sounds great. Look at that. I must have pissed him off. wrist. Alright, got it. Yeah, we'll take a look at some of those trailers. That's cool. So north of Polito, they're going to make a place called Roxwood or something. Okay. That's interesting too, I guess. I'm sure there's servers out there that supports more landmass for content, you know. I mean, there's gotta be. Uh-oh. Healer needs some heals. Yeah, I never played the San Andreas, you know, the Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, but that map was, from what little I've seen of it, was huge. Huge. Had like 3 different cities or something, 4. Like a Las Vegas clone and there's a bunch of them. So maybe the that new part north of Polito is, you know, from San Andreas. Yeah, we definitely need some more information for Grand Theft Auto 6. They're just keeping it so close to the chest right now, which I don't blame them. Man, we got a lot of people dead. Ooh, I died. Oh, Vice City's 10th anniversary. That would have made sense, wouldn't it? That would have. And it's today's 25th anniversary. You know, it's still a little early. If it's Californian time, then it's only like 11 o'clock there. Yep, it's still early. We can see something about it. That's a good call. Good point. It would be nice. You know, I'm kind of worried though because like the sheer amount of hype. You know, we want create a character. We want GTA. You know, GTA Online 2. You know, we want to be able to have children in the game. You know, we want people. You know, and you know, some of the content that was created. You know, think about this too. Like, since it's been who knows how long. You know, it's been in development for 6 years or whatever. Imagine some of the jokes that was safe to say 6 years ago. I mean, Grand Theft Auto has not really ever held back their punches, but the world now is not the same world it was 6 years ago. I'm just kind of curious of like if they have like some really awesome, like I think it'd be funny. Yeah, I don't care what they say. You know, I don't care. The jokes and comedians in general, it's a joke for a reason. I just can't imagine how crazy and raunchy it could be, and how people will just lose their minds because they're not used to that kind of comedy. But there's content. I'm sure there's content that they've made for the game that is out of it's blue. It's flat out blue comedy, black comedy by now. I was watching a little bit of the some of the what's it called? It's like a Blizzard trade show kind of conversations, and they were talking about how, and it's obvious, but when they have a game, when Shadowlands came out, that expansion, they were already working on Dragonflight for maybe a year. So if they make a story that somehow hurts a lot of people's feelings, they wouldn't know for 2 years if it was going to be a good joke, how it lands or not. It's crazy.
What is this? What have you done? You'll ruin everything. And burn!
Yeah, it seems like everything is a big issue. Let's make a big issue about everything. Stamina, agility, leather, more stamina, more armor. And the healer already left, so I'm gonna need that. I wouldn't have looted it. Okay, he won anyway, and left the party. Okay, so now we'll leave the party. Leave party. Yeah, the grind is getting long now. I think it's level 60 was fast. Now 60 to 70 is slowing down. Let's see, plate, gloves. Oh, those things I already replaced. Need to sell it. What is this? It's gonna be a long run. It's just now 2 o'clock Eastern time. So we gotta make the run all the way up to Area 52, which is in the north part of this world. It's okay though. Maybe we'll get the cube before we get up there. Or snag all the flight paths. I'm wondering if they have it set up to where you can skip flight paths. Because, like, I think in the new game, or the live version of the game, like if there's flight points at A, B, C, and D, if you don't get flight path B and you need to fly to D from A, it'll just take you over it. Where back in the day, you had to get all the connecting points too. So if you wanted to go to D, you would have to have A, B, and C set up. Because I am way too lazy to get every little flight path on the way up there, unless it's like literally right on top of me. There's one right here. Maybe I can probably. I mean, I can get that one. I mean, it's right in front of me. So eventually, too, I need to figure out Burning Crusade flying. I think that's like a paid service. You might have to actually pay for it. I don't know. I don't know if it is or not. But I'm not planning to spend a lot of time here in this on this world anyway. There's also, what am I thinking? There was a teleport machine in Ogremar, and I wonder if I can't remember it had any of those locations. Like so you just port straight to the Outlands. We'll have to explore that next time we get that way. Am I stuck? What's going on here? I got stuck on a rock or something. Let's see here. Oh, that's funny. The level cap is level 70 right now. So down the Death Knight trees, there you can pick out Dominate Undead, but everything else requires level 71. You can't get level 71 yet. That's one way to keep us from getting Death Knight abilities. Which is fine. I'm sure. Well, I mean, during Wrath of the Lich King, the Death Knights were super overpowered. I mean, they were amazing. I remember being able to go with just a couple of them, and we could just blow up Blood Furnace. You know, at level 60. Without having, you know, a dedicated healer. I think, you know, you can run one or two of them as tanks and just smash it. I guess that stuff will come out when the Lich King stuff comes out eventually. And I don't know if they're going to start a new server or what. I kind of want to stay in the BC era.
Blood and thunder.
Oh heck, there's a lot of cavern crawlers here. Might be worth just doing this quest real quick for some experience. My little dragon pet's not a tank. Can't taunt anything. Oh, that's right too. I was gonna look into getting some shields. Let me sit over here for a second. Maybe wait for the respawn. So I doubt you can stack shields, but you may be able to rotate shields. And know of the discipline priest has a shield right here. It requires 4 points, so it must be good. And then mages have the arcane shield. What's this? No, we don't need that one. We need the... No, not that one either. Where is the... These are just increasing armors. There's... Maybe Burning Crusade era didn't have, like, the absorbs. I know a paladin does. But it's on, like, a really super long cooldown. Well, like 2 minutes or something. A 4-second cooldown, instant cast, and costs mana. And once you get shielded, you can't shield again for 15 seconds. So maybe Power Word's shield combined with... do they not have Arcane Shield? Not that one. Mana Shield. Hmm. 6-second cooldown instant cast. Didn't say anything about how they need a. Hmm. So what's the difference here? So mana shield might be the way to go. And of course, I'll need to rank it up. I don't know where to stick it yet. Alright, so we need 2 more crawlers here. Might as well get that knocked out. There they are. We'll just get them. Oh, we have to ride all the way through it. Okay. Excuse me. Well, the question is this going to dismount us as we run through this cave? I don't think it will, or it might, but most caves dismount you where you can't ride your horse through it. But I don't think this one will. No, that's an old Dungeons and Dragons trope about horses and mules in caves. Well, it makes sense, I guess. But you could probably train a horse or a donkey to go into a dungeon, you'd think. I guess they missed that opportunity as a gold sink. You know, hey, give us 5,000 gold and we can train your animal to not be afraid to enter caves and dungeons. See, I just print money for Blizzard. You recently got into D&D? That's awesome. That's cool as hell. What kind of character did you make? I used to play Dungeons and Dragons all the time growing up. I just ran out of people that threw dice, and I've been away from it for so long. Who knows if I ever play it again. Sorcerer, yep, that's awesome. Dragonborn. The sorcerers were one of the first long-term characters I ever played. I liked the sorcerers better than wizards just because of the innate, the blood, you know, instead of having, I can't remember the mechanics for all the way, but the way that they handled spells made this more sense to me than a wizard. That's cool. I might be mistaken, but I think yep. I think Star they play with Tropical Wolf. Maybe. I know he's got a bunch of friends that hang out on Twitch that also throw dice with them on the weekends or on Fridays. Man, that's a cool blood elemental looking thing. How many games have you played, DJ? Like how many hours do you think? Or rather, how many sessions versus how many hours do you think you've put into it so far? That's cool. Yeah, that's one thing about the game. You gotta put some time aside for it. It's fun though. Especially when you can hit that, that groove that you can hit and everything just flows really smooth. Sometimes you end up hitting a wall when, like, you have a couple people, like if you go to a city and you've got some people that want to go check out merchants, you got some people that want to go to the church, you got some people that want to go to the graveyard or whatever whatever they want to do. So the party gets split up, and then you got people asking for prices on weapons and gems and crap like that. We can bog down the game sometimes, but it's just part of it. There's no telling how many hours old Tropical Wolf has put into the game. Or people like me stop playing, he never stopped. He probably has 20,000 hours put into it. Yeah, you can't get much done in 30 minutes. You can't do that's not something you can do on lunch break. I've I've been really wanting to play some skirmish games where they're kind of like D&D, except you use, well, I mean, you use miniatures now in D&D, but it's miniature based. So it's like Warhammer 40K, except it's a small scale where you get like 10, 10 models against 10 other models instead of like whole armies smashing into each other. There's one of them that I really like called Space Station Zero that I've been wanting to play. I've been building armies for it, or little skirmish teams, painting them up and stuff. I just haven't uh, put it together and actually play it. There's a single player and multiplayer, versions of it that you can do, but that's probably as close to role playing as I'm going to get nowadays. No. Well, I shouldn't have probably needed that. Who cares? I probably shouldn't have needed a pet. Oh, you do? That's awesome. Yeah, you can do, let me tab out real quick. Yep, you got a little Wolverine character. You can, I think it's exclamation point jump. So you can jump up and catch stars. You can also beware of the bombs. The bombs can blow you up. And then if we had enough people, we could do like battle royales where you fight bosses and stuff down there. So it can, it's pretty fun. Pretty cool. There's a bunch of characters. Like way over 100. Yeah, I'll keep the pet if they don't want to do a roll for it. I'll try to sell it on the auction house if I can. They're not talking, so they're either not listening or they don't care. So in your D&D campaign, did the game master start you at level 1, or did you turn around and boost everybody? I've had some games where they maybe like a limited run campaign or something like that. You know, it's just one story arc or whatever, and they start everyone at level 5 or something. You know. But I like the first levels. I like, especially during like second edition of D&D. You know, the first like, okay, level 1. Yeah, I enjoy levels 1 through 3 more than say 3 through 7 or 8 or something like that. Especially in the second edition, because it was real lethal. Like, there was always a joke that a level 1 mage gnome could be one-shotted by a normal house cat. You know, they might have a wizard at level 1 back in the day might have had like 1 hit point, because they get the D4 from being a mage, or a wizard rather, and then they get a negative modifier, I think, or something, just being a gnome. I don't know. Someone had to confirm that for me. If second edition had a some kind of penalty for being a gnome, but I don't really remember how it works. Maybe it was a Constitution modifier, because I know that you can have negative, you could lose hit points having a bad Constitution. Anyway, some combination of that made him, you know, able to get killed by this normal house cat. Everything was so lethal, you know, like you're level 1 and you're someone else is level 1, you smash him in the head with a hammer, you know, it does 1d6 damage or 1d8, and you hit 8 on it and just flat out body him. And then eventually, you know, you got 200 hit points, you sit there and can just take a cannonball to the chest and you're still okay. But it's part of the progression, though.
I have such fascinating things to
Oh,
show you.
tank is going down. I repeat, the tank is down. Let's see if we can battle res him. Yay! I'm the MVP. I'm gonna think I am anyway. Loot that, or equip that. Learn that. Oh, that's the wrong button. Here. Look. I wonder how you put stuff in cages. I think I just ruined it. Oh, they're gonna go back and turn in that quest. I didn't even have that quest. Something drank. Alright, the group fell apart. It's okay. I need to get through this cave and stuff anyway. Okay, and there's a flight path up here. Should be, yeah. We'll get this flight path too. And keep working our way to Area 52. We need to talk to him. Give me that sweet experience, buddy boy. Okay, and where is the flight path, dude? He's over here. Okay. Now we need to get over here somewhere. So how do we get there? This way? Boop, 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 boop. Yep. So we gotta go back the way we came. Okay, alright DJ, thanks for stopping by, I appreciate it. Stream throughout the whole week. Like Monday through Friday, I'm usually on for like hours and hours and hours. Unless my, fuck it all kicks in. So, don't be a stranger, man. It was good talking to you. That's a cool looking dog. He's like, what are you staring at? What's for dinner? I might have to be kind of careful here. That blue flight path right there, I think is Alliance territory. That's like, that might be Tashi Station or whatever it is. No, what is it? Where's Tashi Station? I bet that's it. This is telling you the name of the flight path, not the name of the area. I'll get close enough. There it is. So that's a, you know, of course, that's a play on Star Wars. I was supposed to go to Tashi Station to get power converters. Well, there it is. See, there's a flight path right there that I'm not going to because it's out of my way. So we're just going to ride through all these dudes. This right here looks like they look like the ogre models from Warlords of Draenor instead of the Burning Crusade type ogres. I remember seeing these dinosaurs for the first time at one of the. My main character's always been a paladin, but leveling up through Burning Crusade, me and a buddy took a pair of hunters through it, and those dinosaurs when I first saw them as a paladin was like, yep, that's the reason I'm going to be a hunter. I'm going to pick up one of those cartoony looking, big-eyed lizard dudes, lizard guys, lizard monsters. Okay, where is the thing? Okay, we're going right through here. It's gotta be way up north. Yep, the official live expansion comes out tomorrow. I'm excited. It's gonna be neat to see new lands and new enemies and crap. Be able to fly a dragon might be pretty cool. I'm just not super excited about the armor sets I've seen so far. Like the gear and stuff. It's all like tribal, like big stone tomahawk kind of things, you know. It's all jaggedy and I don't know. I just like the simple stuff. Stuff that looks like someone would actually wear it. What is this? So maybe Warlock's got some kind of special ability that can use these jump stones or something. Since my main's a paladin, it's a dwarf paladin too, so all the armor is like squat. You know, so maybe a different character. Maybe I'll warm up to the armor styles with some other race. Okay, so we're getting close now. Oh, I need to queue us up. Participating in a battleground will remove your PvE mode. Well, it should put you back to PvE mode. Man, I always forget how purple this place was. There it is. There's Area 52. There should be some PvP vendors in there. I know on the live server there is. But they may not be. We shall see. There is an arena in the Blade's Edge Mountains that we just passed through. I should have stopped by there to look. It was in the opposite direction though. We'll go outside and get the flat path too. So this right here is had. Yeah, see, there's no vendors here. This in the live server, these are the PvP vendors. So I kind of came out here for no reason. I mean, eventually I'll need the flight paths anyway, so Here's the test. Do I need all of them or what? Cool, it lets you. Good. That's good to hear. I was worried that it wouldn't let me fly all the way to Shat. Folks, I'll be right back. Gotta take care of something. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Let's see, where are we flying to now? I think we should be able to queue up and go actually into a dungeon while we're flying. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do some ground. Thanks, Ant. So, are you trying that new game out? Like I said, I'm gonna probably brown some beef, add a bunch of noodles to it, maybe some broccoli if I can find some. There might be some in the freezer. That'd be nice. I got these new. Um, this is gonna sound crazy, but I've got these dinner trays. They look like old school dinner trays. They're like, like 10 inches by 15 inches or something like that. They're like a plate, and it's got little segmented sections on it. For your main course and sides, and a little milk and spoon holder there on the side or whatever. I've got 4 of them for the family, and none of us likes to do dishes. Dishes are the worst thing in the world for us. First world problems, of course, right? Um, but anyway, I got these new trays, and with these trays, I was thinking we throw away everything, like all the plates in the house, donate them, throw them away, whatever, and only use those 4 trays. So like, just imagine a sink that is full of dishes. In fact, like every dish we own is dirty in the sink. There might be, who knows, 15, 20 of them or something like that. And then if you need to get a plate, you take one off the stack and clean the one that you're going to use, and then the rest of them to sit there. So I figured if we just throw away all the plates, we don't need small plates, little dinner plates. We don't need big plates. Just get rid of all of them, and we'll just use these trays from now on. So you just rinse them off, wipe them down, clean them. Even if they do pile up in the sink, there's only 4 of them, so it takes like 5 minutes to clean. Not even that, just to wipe them out. And they're deep. They got the little troughs, the segment, and they're deep enough to like pretty much hold a lot of stuff. Now, you might need bowls, so maybe we get 4 bowls. But then then they of course start thinking, well, we need some new coffee cups, and then before you know it, you're back to where you were at before you made the great dish purge. But we'll see what happens. I don't know if everyone's going to be on the same page of throwing out everything, but I think if we can at least have 4 plates, those platters, maybe bowls with an asterisk, maybe bowls, we can keep it all under control. And I don't, I might be a monster, but I don't. We're going to use, for the most part, paper plates and plastic spoons, flatware and stuff, and just throw everything away. But so anyway, so like if you got a microwave burrito or something like that, or Tostino pizza, you cook it and you put it on little disposable paper plate, and when you're done, just throw everything away. I'm talking about like use the platter for the home cooked meals, like your mashed potatoes and your green beans and your Salisbury steak or your noodles or whatever. You just pile it up on the plate. For most part, for normal everyday meals, people are just going to use the microwave or whatever and use the plates, the disposable plates. But then if you know, someone wants to get fancy and cook something bigger than that, then we've got the platters. I think it's a great idea, so we'll see. Okay. Huh. I'm gonna go to. I guess I haven't been to Undercity before on this one, so we'll just go there. I still want that Lich, but the dragon's doing some work. Oh yeah, let's keep that turned off. And that goes back to the Blasted Lands. Okay. Blasted Lands has a portal into Outland. That's where I was just at. So that's a fast way to get there. It's probably just me, but these horde cities are so confusing to get around. I haven't been to Thunder Bluff in ages. I need to check them out. I bet it's probably the best city in the game. I couldn't imagine how it's treated. I guess it's treated kind of like Darnassus, where back in the day, Stormwind is always going to be the popular city, and then you've got Ironforge, it drops off, and then Darnassus, like no one ever goes out there. So I guess maybe Mulgore or Thunder Bluff might be the equivalent. I don't know. It's hard to tell. Silvermoon probably. I bet no one goes out there. And I'm trying to find a way to get to the center. This is it, maybe? Yeah. I saw a someone actually riding a donkey, not just like a downscaled horse. It was like a donkey. It had a little travel pack on its rump. I was like, man, that's cool. Okay, there's a flight path around here somewhere. There he is. He looks familiar. Click Vanity. Claim your scroll or stone of retreat and teleport to your capital city. Yeah, right. Go to N. Go to Vanity. And then click the top. Oh, is this... Can I move this around? Yeah. Well, that ain't helping. Shows the random item you may be interested in checking out. Stone. I think I'd kill this quest last time. I think I saw this quest already and I closed it out because it didn't make any sense. Maybe that's an old quest. Return to dude. Well, that's cool. Thanks, dude. And those are considered those are a currency, so they'll be right here. Talent and ability purges. There's no telling all the mechanics and stuff, systems that are in this game. Use this item converts an item to its blood forged equivalent. Blood forging your equipment will remove the PvE power and replace it with PvP power. If you are blood forging higher difficulty items, the stats will be downgraded. Okay. Be careful, heroes. This is irreversible. That's cool. 25 cents? I thought I had something that's blood forged already. Removes a permanent weapon enchant. Let's just see something. We got stuff to kill anyway. Let's just turn this blood forge, see what happens. Oh, and it gives you a list of things that you can do. Wait a minute. Let's look at it real quick. 324 and 3 stats. Oh, it's right here. 324. So the armor class dropped. Oh, interesting. So it actually turned it into a tier set. And the jar doesn't get torn up either. So you could build a set of blood forged armor. So that's 235. 235, same thing. Okay. There's no set bonus for that though. Armor, head, Warlord's shoulders. That's Bloodforged shoulders. Bloodforged, that's weird. Maybe this was always a piece of Warlord armor. Do you have to unequip something for it? Let's see here. Yep. Increases PvE power by 30. So if you do it the other way, it's say increase PvP power by... Let's just try it. Who cares? So we're at 324. 324. Improves your resilience and PvP power. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's a cool way to handle it. I don't mind that. Okay. And we're still waiting for queues. 16 minutes. It didn't even tell you the time until the next one goes. Oh, yeah, I was going to look at one thing too. See, in the live version, you can take your pets and put them in crates and resell them. But I don't know how it works in the old game. So there's no right click. Maybe you have to buy a crate and then use the crate on the pet. I don't know. I don't know how that's going to work. So did anyone else play the Burning Crusade expansion for World of Warcraft? Or was that too long ago? That was quick. Alrighty. Hopefully we'll be able to queue up. Sometimes, like right now, you look, everyone's doing ready checks. There's one DPS dude that's got a question mark. He's not ready to queue, and sometimes that will throw us back into the queue if it times out. And you would think that we'd be next on the stack, but sometimes you're not. You gotta wait. I think that's what's going to happen here too. I think I'll finish. I'll probably see the guy timed out. What I think I'll do is I'll probably finish this dungeon, and I might call it because I'm starting to get like hungry. Like hangry. What's that? When you're hungry and angry, you're hangry. Is that the way it works? Okay, folks. Now we have another DPS that doesn't want to queue. What happens is it takes so long. Yeah, here we go. So it takes so long for DPS to get into a dungeon group because there's not enough tanks and healers for everybody that someone will just go away from keyboard. They might go take a shower or something, and then while they're in the shower, they get queued up, and then they're nowhere near, nowhere near the queue up. I like this time though. Like I like streaming during the day. I mean, I don't. Who knows how good it's going to be? I don't think it matters. I think you can queue. You can stream anytime you want. There's always you're going to find there's going to be an audience for you. Someone's going to be just as bored as you are, and they're going to want to watch some video games. So I like this time. So like from 11 till I'll go as long as I can. I think it was 11 to 4:30 or something. Yes, Friday or no? Yeah, it was Friday. Saturday was only a few hours though because it was Mom's birthday. It was fun, but I don't mind long sessions. I don't know if I could. I'm sure I could. I mean, there's some people. There's a guy that I was watching, and he was streaming. He was at like 16 or 18 hours or something like that. He's a maniac, an absolute maniac. I don't see how that's even possible. Oh, I forgot to rank up my mage shield. Eh. Oh well. But I could do, 5 hours, 6 hours. Probably be a good idea to get a snack, maybe. Big old bag of jerky. No, it was last week. It was Asmongold. Asmongold. I can't remember how to pronounce his name. He was playing. Well, for part of it, a good chunk of it, he was playing New World, a little MMO made by Amazon. He doesn't usually do like really super duper long streams. He does stream for like 8 hours, 9 hours here and there. But that was a really long stream for him. He's going to be on all day tomorrow because the expansion's going to come out. He's a major, a WoW player. So he's going to be on for a big chunk of time tomorrow. Oh, Valkyrie hosts Asmon? Oh no. I get it. The other person he said. Gotcha. Okay, I'm on the same page. I know what you're saying now. I gotcha. What do you think is what do you think Toasted's like main? Does he have like a main game, or does he or do they just do whatever?
Work must not be interrupted.
Wow. That's insane.
Stay away.
20 hours. Fudge. 40 hours. How could someone even survive that?
How long do you believe your pathetic sorcery can hold me?
Yeah. I think variety streamers are it's just as viable as a single game. Still haven't. That's why I'm not really focused on any certain game in particular. It's just the one I want to play. Oh, that's yeah, 30 hours or 20 hours. That's awesome. keep losing my mouse sometimes. Like, I don't know where it's at. What hill is that? That's the wrong button. I have no idea what I'm doing. Okay. Priest. Penance is what it is. Alright, boss time. Why is he attacking me? Does live tap really cause that much aggro? Jeez Louise. That's okay, I'll take it. About to hit 68, so tomorrow we might hit 70. I need to probably find to see if there's a do they use the forums or do they use Discord more for communications? Because I need to start doing some Naxxramas raids. It's only level 60, but it's kind of funky. It's the only dungeon that kind of scaled up. But there's a couple items in there that I definitely would like to get. And that might be the only way I can, well, I need to either save up the gold to buy one of them from the auction house, or I need to raid it myself and see if I can get the loot. I wouldn't mind getting it, doing it the right way, going in there and just looting it up, but I don't know if people even raid it. It's not in-game content anymore. Most people, you know, of course, you rush to the end game and then you do in-game content, where Naxxramas is the last of the in-game content for level 60, not level 70, so it's going to be hard to find people, maybe. It's still challenging, though, so I would say that there could be a small audience of people that still do it just for the lulz. And if the Lich King stuff comes out, the new expansion, and it doesn't create a new server, it just changes the server to the Lich King, then you'll lose out on the opportunity to get that stuff. Because they repurpose that dungeon or the raid for a totally different one. I wouldn't say a totally different one, they just retool it, update the gear and some of the boss mechanics and stuff. We'll just have to see what happens. Mana. Need more mana. Life tap it up.
You fools! He'll kill us all! What is this? What have you done? You'll ruin everything!
this boss doesn't have any new mechanics like the bosses in Ramparts. Not really, not that I can see. I think um, something to do with that, I think. You dead. See you, dog. There's a second axe. Don't need it. Someone is needing it, so I'm just going to pass on. Who cares? And why is he dead? Can I res him? No, he just ran back or whatever. Alrighty, gang. I appreciate everyone stopping in today. This has been a humongous day. It's been awesome. We're going to shut this down and start looking for dinner. Or the first dinner. Then I might have a second dinner later on tonight. So I'm going to jump off of here. We'll start again at about 11 o'clock in the morning. And we'll push to level 70. And then we'll look and see what it looks like. Maybe find a guild. That'd be nice to find a group of people. Everyone's been pretty friendly, I would say. Not too toxic. Man, I was watching a stream for the multiplayer Modern Warfare, I think it's called, and it was nuts. It was just a lot of cussing and carrying on and super toxic stuff. Even the streamer was like, "Whoa, these guys are crazy." Because I think he's a Valorant player and he's not used to that kind of stuff. Which I don't know. I never played Valorant. Don't know how toxic it is or not. But I haven't seen too much craziness and shenanigans on this game. Then after we hit level 70, who knows? We might go into some more Vampire Survivors because there's still a ton of content to get through on that. And I have not streamed Killing Floor 2 yet, and you guys have to. If you haven't seen it, you gotta watch it because Killing Floor is violent, brutal, first-person shooter, gore. It's awesome. There's no storyline. Just team up with a bunch of people and blow shit up. It's awesome. I think it's fun. Like, I'd rather play that than Overwatch 2 or something like that. It's just my cup of tea. It makes me feel like the old school Doom stuff, or like the build engine stuff like Blood or Duke Nukem or Shadow Warrior. This fast action. You got a lot of hit points so you can take some damage before you die. I hate that one shot, one kill kind of like, instant death stuff that a lot of modern shooters have. I mean, that's supposed to be more realistic, but I'm not wanting to play a realistic game. Like, I can go outside and be in a realistic environment, not, I want fantasy. I want, power fantasy stuff. So, that's what we'll do. Try to find more of these power fantasy type games instead of the realistic stuff. I could stream Overwatch 2. I'm just terrible at it. I just get attacked from every direction. It's nuts. Alrighty. Well, that is going to be it for me, though. I think I'm going to get some noodles. I might save the beef and noodles for later on or something. So if you, there's all that contact information at the bottom of the stream. So if you guys, Star definitely, and Ant, you're on the Discord, so keep an eye out there. Alright, folks. I'll talk to you later. Have a great night.